Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to assume that quite a few of you are going to be new here. It's not often I make yoga for golfers tutorials. This is just something a little bit new, seeing as I am a yoga teacher and I live with a golfer who also has a YouTube channel. I'll link to him below should you wish to go find him. I thought that I could be a good person for the job. So I have been to the golf course quite a few times. I have held a golf club. I have swung a golf club, albeit not necessarily that well, but I'm very aware of the motion and what's needed in the body to find that mobility. So today's session, it's going to be a short and sweet session because I know that a lot of you spend a lot of time on the golf course and then don't have much time to do other things. So I get that yoga is going to be a really small part of what you're doing, and that's cool because it's just awesome that you're here anyway. And we're going to be looking at the upper body and a little bit through the hips as well, thinking about mobility. So, and also thinking about posture as well, really trying to find that lengthening through the spine, because that ultimately is going to help you with your game as well. The longer you can be through the spine, the more upright we can be, then the more stronger and stable we are in our whole posture, and that's going to set you up brilliantly for, you know, all of your golf swings. So you're going to come to a kneeling position. I'm actually going to sit side on. So just come to a kneeling position, place the hands just down on the thighs, take a big shoulder roll backwards. And just close the eyes for a moment and just feel the body. So when I say feel the body, I want you to just take the mind to maybe the front of the legs on the mat, just feeling them there. Feel how the spine feels. So maybe your spine's a bit achy, maybe it feels nice and strong, maybe the chest feels open. So just sort of saying to yourself, like, how do I feel today? And in yoga, we try to do a lot of our breathing through the nose. So inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. If you find that too hard, that's absolutely fine. You can just exhale through the mouth when you feel like you need to. So just drop the chin down to the chest. And we're going to take half neck rolls. So we're going to bring the right ear around to the right shoulder, back down through center. Left ear comes to left shoulder. Coming back down through center, over to the right, down through center, up to the left. One more time, going each way. And then come back to neutral, lift the head. I'm going to start circling the arms all the way around, so opening through that shoulder joint. So big controlled circles here. Trying to keep the arms straight. Notice if the shoulder starts clonking around. Just being aware of the body. So there's so much we can do. Yoga is a really great help for golfers. So not only, obviously today we're going to be working on mobility, but if you enjoy the practice and you want to work deeper, you can find quite a lot of strength through the lower body, through the upper body, all through yoga. So I welcome you back here at any time. Switching arms, left arm starts to go back, big controlled circles. Couple more times. And then release. Okay, we're going to take what's called eagle with the arms. So you're going to take your right elbow over the top of the left. And then you're going to see if you can cross the arms around so that the palms come to join each other. This is eagle. If you can't quite get the palms to touch, you can just maybe take hold of the wrist or just lightly hover here. It's a really nice way to sort of like feel into the shoulder blades. So these sections down the back. So right is over the top. And from here you want to pull the arms forwards, lift the elbows up slightly, and then see if you can feel the shoulder blades move down the spine. So I'm really strong in my shoulders here, but I'm also sitting tall, and I'm working the muscles all the way through the shoulders through my upper back. And release. Take the other side, so left elbow goes over the top. See if you can get that crossover with the top arms as well. If you can't, like I say, just hold on to the wrist. That's totally cool. So we're gonna pull the elbows forwards, lift up, and then see if you can move the shoulder blades down the spine as you lift through the body. And remember to breathe. So if you're new to yoga and you are just somebody that plays golf a lot and this is your first kind of try with yoga, yoga is all about using the breath with the movement. Release. It's about finding that connection and then being able to get a little bit deeper into the body. Take the hands to the sacrum, so that little part of the lower back. Draw the elbows together, lift through the chest, take the head up. If it feels good, you can interlace the hands here and then draw the shoulders back even further. And release. Come onto all fours. So we're going to work round in circles. So we're on all fours here. You've got two options. Either you can just work straight up and down. So inhale as you lift. So we're arching the spine, and then exhale as you round the spine. So obviously we're only getting two directions here. What I would recommend, if it feels good, is to work round in circles. So you come all the way around the sides, bend through the elbows, push through the other side, round the spine as you get to the top. So as you come down through the middle, that is where the spine arches. And then we round. So 3 times going each way, or just 6 up and down if you are staying with the more simplified variation. And again, remembering to breathe. Okay. Coming back to neutral. You're going to sit back on the heels and bring the legs all the way around in front of you. So if you have at home like a cushion or a little block that you can sit upon because you have tight hamstrings, then I really recommend popping your bum on that now, because you'll find this a little bit easier. So obviously in golf, we're standing with our golf club and we want to be really nice and strong through the legs. We don't want to feel like it's really hard work on the lower back or on the hamstring. So this is where this kind of mobility and flexibility will really help you. So we're going to come into a forward fold here. We want you to think about inhaling as you lift through the body. So drawing up through the torso. And then exhale as you start to walk the hands forwards. Now, your forward fold, it might just be here. That's cool, that's totally fine. Maybe you're slightly more open and you're able to walk the hands a little bit further. You want to keep the feet flexed. Like I say, sitting up on something is going to make it a bit easier for you to find depth in your stretch. And then wherever you get to, you can close your eyes and just work with the breath. Try not to jar the head up, just keep in a nice long line. And then maybe with each breath, seeing if you can go a little bit deeper. Trying to keep a straight spine. A really great thing to have. If you've got your rope from your dressing gown, you can use that as a strap around your feet, and then you can really work with a nice straight spine as you bring the elbows in towards you. Okay, so this is a nice stretch on both the spine and the legs. On an inhale, lifting up, so breathe in, come up to seated. Okay, so we're going to keep the legs where they are. You're going to take the arms out, so the arms are going to be on level with your shoulders, thinking of the words. From here, I don't quite have space next to my wall, but both of your arms will be straight. And then slowly you'll start to round the spine, let the head drop as you then come forwards. So starting to work, and then you're going to feel this sort of sensation It's like almost like a tingling sensation, so very different to the stretch that we had, but it's almost like this tingling sensation all the way across the back, kind of coming outwards from the spine. Really, really great one. Great stretch to open up through the back before we come onto our twisting. Just a couple more breaths here. And inhale, lifting all the way up. Okay, so either you can keep your legs where they are. If this is really feeling uncomfortable for you, you can come to a kneeling position. We're just gonna do a twist. So you're gonna take your left hand to the outside of the right leg. You're gonna take your right hand behind you. Inhale as we lift up through the body. Exhale, take the gaze behind you. And remember to breathe. Inhale, come back to center. We'll go the other way. So the right hand goes to the outside of the left leg. Left hand comes behind you. Breathe in as we lift and we sit tall through the body. Breathe out as you take the gaze behind you. And we're using the pressure of the hands on both the leg and the foot to take us a little bit deeper. And release, come back around to center. Now, we're gonna move the bum forwards. You're gonna come down to lay on the mat. And you're gonna bring the knees into the chest and just rock side to side. So I'm not sure if you can see in the bottom of the frame, but my dog is literally right here. He spends a lot of time doing yoga with me. So just in case you could see an ear poking out, just thought I'd let you know who that is. That is Simba. He's just having a little roll around on the floor like us. So you're gonna take your arms out either, actually no, we'll take one arm out. So the left leg's gonna go down to the mat. The right arm is gonna go out to the side, or you can bend it up if you don't have space. You're gonna take your left hand onto your right knee. As you breathe in, you're going to move the knee over to the left side. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. And now we're going to hold here. So you're going to try and stay here. You're going to take your head to the right side. You can keep that left hand on top of the knee. And you're gonna feel this stretch all the way through the body. So through the upper body, through the spine, through the side, the torso, and maybe even a stretch all the way through the glutes and the IT band, which is gonna be really helpful for you as well. And try and make those breaths as big as they can be. Both shoulders staying down on the mat. You can close your eyes here if that feels nice. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. Okay, bringing the leg back through the middle. Just hug the right knee into the chest. And then switch sides. So we're going to take the right leg down to the mat. Left arm comes out to the left side. Right hand onto the left knee. We're going to inhale and cross the knee over. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, cross over. Exhale. exhale back to center. Inhale, cross over. Exhale back to center. And then inhale, cross over, and we'll stay here. The head can go over to the left side. Both shoulders stay down on the mat. You can keep this right hand on top of the knee, just adds a little bit of extra pressure. And just stay with the breath. So just thinking about each breath in and each breath out. A few more breaths here. Coming all the way back to center, hug that left knee into the chest. And then hug both knees into the chest. Take a little rock side to side, massage out through the lower spine. And we're just gonna come into a little bit of hip mobility before we end. So you're gonna take the left leg down again, keep the right knee in, and you're just gonna take this right knee around in circles. So you can keep the left hand on the left thigh to keep it down on the mat. So you really gotta use your core a little bit here as well to keep that left leg down on the mat. And then go the other way. So I know you're not going into any deep splits or anything when you're in golf, but you know, with all of the walking and bending down, picking things up, all of that, mobility in the whole body is going to help you. I just wish we had a little bit longer. So switch legs, bring the left leg in, and then we'll start to work the left knee around, opening through the hip. So if you enjoy this video and you find it useful, I would really appreciate a comment below, because then maybe if it's something that you want and it's something that's received well, then I can maybe do a yoga strength for golfers or something like that. Let's go the opposite direction. Or we can do yoga stretching part 2 for golfers. Just let me know. Last time. Hug both knees in, start to rock backwards and forwards. So building up a little bit of momentum. And then come up to a seated position. So just sit comfortably, however feels good for you, kneeling or cross-legged. Again, take a big shoulder roll back. Do 3 breaths in, and then you're going to sigh it out through the mouth. So breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Open the eyes. Thank you so much for doing yoga with me. I hope you enjoyed that, and please do give me some feedback below, because if, like I say, it's well received, then I will definitely film another one and maybe do a little series for you that you can keep coming back to. So thank you again. Please make sure you subscribe, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.